Good morning, delivery fam, and welcome back to the channel. Now, in my last video that the thumbnail says, slackers lose money, I received a few comments on there, and there's one comment in particular that I will be focused on for this entire video. And there's gonna be a lot of details that you can use to your advantage with, like, you could copy and paste the templates that I will be posting on the screen in a minute. So that comment is coming from a person named Stomp and Wind. 90% of customers are unresponsive and leave at door. Shut up. There's no customer service. Now, I get it. You telling me to shut up is not going to make me shut up, but there is definitely customer service if you are willing to apply it, right? Not every situation that you will be willing to apply it, but why not, right? So let me show you the templates that I'm talking about. At a pickup, most times when we arrive, we don't know what we're going to walk into, right? So when we walk in, it's best to communicate with our customer, not just letting them know, hey, I arrived. They know you arrived because they're tracking you, right? So let me share this template with you really quick. What about, hey, customer name? Let's just say, hey, UDM, or hey, Stompin' Wind. This is your driver, UDM, or Stompin' Wind. I've picked up your order. Here's a quick photo. If you'd like me to check or add anything before I leave, let me know. I'll wait up to 5 minutes for your response, then head your way to keep your delivery on time. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand. Not everybody wants to wait 5 minutes. But guess what? This customer is going to feel like, oh man, they trying to make sure I got everything, or before they leave the restaurant. Can you imagine if someone is going the extra mile to wait for your response just to make sure that they have everything that you need from this restaurant? That is already top of the line service. If they don't respond, guess what? You already let them know, hey, I'll be here for an additional 5 minutes, just waiting for your response in case you want anything additional before I leave. Sometimes you have customers that will want, hey, can I get some ketchup packets? Or, hey, can I get some hot sauce? I forgot to add that to the order. Whatever it may be. The customer is always, giving the customer that level of service is always going to be a better experience than any other driver out there, because a driver is not really given that level of service. Think about it. How many drivers are actually sending a photo of what they are picking up to the customer? Hey, this is what they gave me. If you have a responsive customer, that customer will be like, hey, what happened to my drink? Oh, the drink wasn't in the picture, right? But you now, oh, I have your drink. It's a orange soda, yada, 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 yada. It's already a better experience because you're communicating with them, not just letting them know, hey, I arrived, I'm here, even though they could track you, right? You're letting them know in advance, hey, this is what they gave me. This is what I will be dropping off, but I will be here for an additional 5 minutes or up to 5 minutes. You choose your time. But I'll be here for up to 5 minutes. Let me know if there's anything else you would like for me to get before I leave and be on my way to your location. Some of you may say, man, I ain't got time for that. I got to make money. I ain't got time for that. That's the customer experience that I was talking about, from here to here. You now have been handed the food from the restaurant. That customer experience, give them something that they never experienced before. Majority of drivers are going to be, man, I got to go. But what if you're just patient and you say, no, I'll wait for you. I'll give you up to 5 minutes. But after that 5 minutes, if anything is missing, I apologize. But I try to ask you if there's anything you would like me to get before I leave. They will have that moment of, well, at least they tried before they left. So it's not entirely their fault that something was missing, or, dang, I ain't getting no hot sauce. Dang, I ain't getting no ketchup. How am I going to get this without that? Stuff like that. All right. So when you arrive at the drop off now, There's so many situations, so many different temperatures, so many different types of food, so many different things. But I have templates here that you can use. And please, just hang out for a bit more so you can see these templates. If you really want them, I will be posting them in the description below, right? The main pickup message, I will be posting or pinning at the top of the comment section. So you could just copy and paste it, okay? So let's say you arrive at the drop-off. Here's a template that I have. Hey, UDM, I've arrived at your location. I took a moment to protect your order. And here's some care details, all right? In the brackets, I put care details because I want you to elaborate on what exactly did you do to protect their order. So let's read the entire thing now. Hey, UDM, I've arrived at your location. I took a moment to protect your order. I blah, 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 blah. I'll send the drop-off photo in a moment once everything is set neatly at your door. Now, let me put up a few care details that I plugged in just for the sake of the drop-off message. All right, message number 1. If it's ice cream and it's hot outside. Hey, U-turn delivery, I'm here with your order. Since you ordered ice cream, I placed it in a shaded spot from the sun. I'll send your drop-off photo in just a moment. The extra effort of just getting it out of direct sunlight is definitely going to be appreciated by someone that appreciates the effort. Now, I'm not going to act like all the 90% that Stomp and Win is talking about will be appreciative of the effort, the little things that you do, but it will set you apart from every other driver out here because no one else is doing these things. Trust me. All right. Now, let's say it's heavy rain outside. Hey, Fubang, I've arrived and the rain is coming down heavy. So I placed your order under cover to keep it from getting wet or soggy. I'll send the drop-off photo shortly. Think about what I'm saying here. But let's continue. If it's freezing outside, okay. Hey, Miguel, I'm here now and it's extremely cold, so I wanted to notify you so your order doesn't sit outside too long. I'll update you with the drop-off photo in a moment. You're giving a certain level of experience or customer experience that they don't get. Hey, look, your food is hot and it's freezing outside. I will send you the drop-off photo. I'm letting you know it's cold as hell out here. Why? Because you're inside. Yes, you may think or know that it's freezing temperatures outside, but you might not know how cold it is. So now I'm notifying you of how freezing it is, and I'm here. So what I'm notifying you of is, hey, don't leave your food outside too long, right? So as soon as I drop it, come get it. As soon as I drop it, come get it. I'll notify you with the photo and everything to make sure that it doesn't sit outside in that freezing temperature too long. All right. And the very last one that I have here is especially for Stomp and Wind, since it's windy outside, or if it's windy outside. Hey, Stomp and Wind, I just arrived. The wind is super strong today, so I secured your bag so it won't blow over. Drop off photo coming shortly. I'm just saying, fam. Now, I have a story I will be sharing with you of a catering situation where the driver went above and beyond, where the tip got doubled because of their effort in providing this high level of customer service. This order it was a catering order. And I have pictures. I'll post it up on the screen for you to see. This order was for Thanksgiving. Now, this store provided, let's say, the order would be cold, so on Thanksgiving Day, they could rewarm the order on their own. But this customer expected the order to be hot. A large order, but they expected it to be hot. And the driver realized, damn, this order is not hot after they arrived, right? So at this time, I'm going to put pictures up on the screen so you could see what the order size looks like. This driver said, well, dang, this customer, they tipped me $109 and some change. You know what? I have restaurant experience, so let me go ahead and I see that they have a grill on the balcony area or whatever. Let me go ahead and offer an additional level of service by offering to warm up the food, y'all. Warm up the food. Do you hear me? The driver received a $109 tip. And then the driver offered, because of this bad situation, which could have ended even worse because the customer expected hot food, but the driver arrived with everything cold. So the driver then takes a step further and say, you know what? I will warm it up on that grill you have outside. I'll warm it up for you so it's nice and hot and ready to eat. And I'll cut it up. I'll do all that stuff for you. The customer was like, what, for real? The driver was like, yeah. The driver warmed up the food, y'all. And the customer doubled their tip. The customer doubled their tip to $218. That's exactly what I'm talking about. If you increase the customer, if you give the customer a high level of customer service to the point where, oh my gosh, no one else is doing this. I want you to ask yourself, if you had a catering order and the restaurant gave it to you cold, but the customer expected it to be hot, would you ask them to turn on their grill so you can warm it up for them? If your answer is no, I ain't got time for that. That's where I said you're slacking. And slackers lose money. All that driver would have earned is a $109 tip if they were a slacker. But because they're not a slacker, they got double the amount of money. Let that sink in for a moment. If you're not willing to do that in the customer service industry, then why are you in the customer service industry? Why? Now, I can't say, and I'm going to speak for myself here, I can't say that I would have probably thought of that. I probably would have tried to fix the situation the best way that I knew how. But that driver, I got to give a kudos to that driver, because the first thing came to mind is, hey, I got restaurant experience. I could warm your food up for you. Damn. High ass level of customer service. You can't hate on that. Some of you might say, oh man, I ain't doing that. But that's where you're a slacker. Don't be a slacker, because slackers lose money. Now, I want to take this time to respond to a few comments under that video as well. U-Turn Delivery says, I always take the criticism I hear or receive from the customers and try to turn it into a positive experience. Sometimes drivers are just lumped into a category, and I want people to understand we as drivers are people like them. It seems to work, but sometimes, like today, customers just have an opinion and don't really care. Now, I'll say, I understand where you're coming from. You know, we all do the same level of work, same type of work. So we're all going to be lumped into one category, right? And I know it may come off like some customers don't really care, but I could tell you, like, majority of customers, they actually give a shit. They care if their food arrives cold. They care if there's missing items. So they do care. It might come off like they don't. And genuinely, maybe some customers just don't care. But I'm telling you, in certain situations, you just got to stand out. because every customers or majority of customers are desensitized to the experience. So it may come off like they don't care because they're desensitized. How many of you are actually going out there and giving a high level of customer service, even with the catering situation that I just mentioned? How many of you are willing to go above and beyond in that manner to provide this high level of service and make that customer never forget you? How many of you that's watching this video right now? It's like sales, right? And I know not everybody's a great salesperson. I'm not a great salesperson, but think about sales. The most aggressive and the most accomplished salespeople, they make the customer feel like, damn, I need this. No matter what the situation is, no matter what it is that they're trying to sell, they go above and beyond to see to it that they convince that customer that they absolutely need this thing. So in this situation, I'm telling you, like, hey, look, I get it. Some customers appear like they don't care, but I'm telling you, change their opinion about the version or the desensitized experience they've been experiencing with other drivers outside of you. Give them a different experience and things will probably change. I'm not going to say they're going to change overnight, but things will probably change for the better if you give customers a better experience. If you look online, all you see is negative experiences about Dashers. What Dashers are doing. The Dasher did this. The Dasher did that. The Dasher is begging me for a tip. The Dasher is doing this. All these negatives about Dashers. But how many positives have you seen about Dashers? And those viral videos are negatives about Dashers. So be that Dasher or that driver that goes out there and goes above and beyond for that customer. Be that driver. And maybe you could even talk to other drivers within your area and see how many others are willing to jump on board to change the experience that these customers are having within your market. You got to want change. But if you just fall in line or get lumped into a category, your words, right? If you just allow yourself to just get lumped into a category without giving a different experience, then no offense, U-turn deliveries, but you deserve what you get. I'm just saying. Based on the customer service, the customer experience that I'm talking about in last video and this video. That's what I'm talking about. Don't allow yourself to be lumped into a category. Don't. You got to be different. You got to be better. Better than any experience that any customer would have ever had working in this or ordering on a platform that you are working. So I have one more response, one more comment that I'm going to respond to here in this food bang. Right? I have an Uber order for you. Church's Chicken, $4.04 for 26 miles. You got this. No, I don't. So my response was, oh my, you feel $4.04 going 26 miles is worth your time? You've got to do better. But look at Food Bang's response. I didn't say that or believe that. Wanted to see your reaction. Well, you definitely got my reaction. Like, you've got an order for me. I immediately assumed that you felt like that was worth your time. I said, if the order is not worth your time, of course, you don't take it. But if you take it, you definitely have to see to it that that customer experience is going to be a high level experience. Don't just be another driver out here. Give them a high level experience, y'all. And that's pretty much all I really had to say and share. There's different ways of approaching the same situation, but you got to stand out from the crowd. If you don't stand out from the crowd, then you're just another driver. You're going to get lumped into that category. And some customers are so desensitized by the experience that they had with other drivers that just don't give a damn. Guess what? They're going to see you like another driver that just don't give a damn. And trying to convince them that you're people, come on. Nah. You can't convince them that you're people too. They see you as a delivery person. Just deliver my stuff and go on about your business. Change the outcome by changing the experience that you give them. When the restaurant gives you the order, take the order, but prepare yourself. on a high level, taking a photo at the beginning, communicating with them, right? Hey, I'll wait up to 5 minutes. I could guarantee you many drivers aren't doing that. Many, if not majority. But if you do it, tell me how it goes. So that's it. Have a good day. Drive safe. And I'll see you in the next one.